Alright, everybody. Welcome to KVNO 90.7 HD-2 MAV Radio, Omaha's only true college radio station. This is the Tier 3 podcast live Tuesday night at 8 o'clock. I'm Eric Anderson. One of you two go.
Jim Adiri.
Jake Partouche.
And this is the show where lightning strikes twice.
Or the birthday show.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you.
I'm going to take this off the air.
Eric's 21, so you know what that means. He's going to sit in his room all alone tonight.
Yep. We got stuff planned. But anyway, I was thinking, I'll get through this whole show without one mention of that.
As soon as you start.
All right.
Happy birthday, Eric. I haven't told you yet.
Thank you.
I was saving that.
Well, Jay waited till like
really late.
Yeah.
When I saw you twice.
I was like, maybe I can fly into the radio today, and no one will remember. Nope.
And the later it gets, the more and more intense it gets.
Okay, so we got a bunch of news for you today, mostly regarding Apple. Unfortunately for us, we like our Apple bashing. Unfortunately, we're not gonna be able to do that this week because Apple just dropped the hammer, basically. I guess announcements before we get started. Everything went perfect last week. The show's on YouTube, youtube.com/T3 podcast.
Not to brag or anything.
Not to brag, but everything went perfect. Hopefully it's going to work out the same way this time. Of course, now that, you can usually only do one of those.
Yeah.
But, so it'll be up again on, you can go to, like, facebook.com, Tier 3, I don't know. Search for it. Is on the internet somewhere.
And
you can
Twitter,
find it.
apparently. Or is that
It's
no
on
longer
Twitter?
there? Is it
No, we got rid of the Twitter thing.
Okay. We did.
So, anyway, big news for this week is the release of the long-awaited, much-rumored iPhone 5. And it is actually called the iPhone 5.
It's the new iPhone.
Not the new iPhone.
The new iPhone 5 is on.
That's exactly what, because I think Gizmodo had it. They had the title, the new iPhone 5, and I was like, okay, so what's it actually called?
They knew what it was going to be called actually before the conference because there's so many leaks that went along with this, but Apple accidentally put a page up called the iPhone 5.
Oh, I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, I mean it didn't have any information on it, but they created the page in their website, and someone had found it.
Okay,
They searched for it, and they found that page, but it was empty. So.
I'm not surprised there was so many people searching for the pages that they found it.
That had to be done on purpose.
Maybe.
Either that or someone's getting fired.
I mean, you accidentally put up a web page for...
It was the day of. It was the same day. So
that was done on purpose.
I don't know if they were...
Either that or some... Yeah.
Even the new title is on the Apple website is like iPhone 5, the biggest thing to happen to iPhone since iPhone.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. So they're basically trying to say that they've come out with the next big thing, which is still the iPhone.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard that this might be the last iPhone too.
Maybe.
Or at least to be, to have the iPhone name. I mean, Apple might still produce phones, but they will drop the iPhone.
What are they going to call it?
I have no idea.
They want to move on to the new
What is
series?
this? What is your source?
I don't even remember.
Okay.
I don't think that's going to happen. This is too big a thing for Apple. It's almost like Steve Jobs' legacy.
It's going to be iPhone, iPad, iPod
forever.
And speaking of iPods, the iPod Nano was refreshed.
Yeah, totally changed.
Well, should we talk about the iPhone first? Actually?
Yeah, let's get the iPhone out of the way. So, what's big differences between the 4S and the iPhone 5?
Were you going to play a video?
No,
I'm working on it.
Okay, so let's see the five biggest things: upgrades to the processor and stuff like that. Then the new Lightning connector, and they were saying the new Siri. Yeah, except
no, I said screen.
Yeah, no, I'm saying they are saying there's a upgraded version of Siri kind of.
Well, that's not really. That's the software, which any iPhone 4, iPhone 4S.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sorry. The Siri thing is for a different device.
No, it's for
iPod. It's Siri.
Yeah, but it's with the iOS 6 package, so it's not
So it's but they released it the same day, so it kind of confused me a little.
No, well, that's okay. Because the iPhone is the first device shipping with iOS 6. But you'll be able to upgrade your iPhone 4S or iPhone 4 and iPads to iOS 6 also.
Okay, that works.
Which includes Apple's integrated Maps. They'll not be using Google Maps anymore, along with updates to Siri.
Wait, so how's that work? They have an entire new map system?
Mm-hmm.
When was that developed?
Why did they do a lot of
Over
things?
the past 10 years, probably.
Yeah,
I don't know.
they were
Ever since they started renting and paying for Google's Maps, they're like, I don't want to do this anymore, so they started making their own maps. So
Interesting.
they don't use Google Maps.
which will be interesting to look at. They're trying to distance themselves. That's what a lot of the recent court cases came out, and people were saying after that, Google, Apple are trying to distance themselves as much as possible. Like in the past, Microsoft and Apple distanced themselves a lot in the past. Same way, now the bigger companies are separating. So the iPhone 5 is being interesting.
They're easier to distance because they're Google's software company and Apple's hardware company. But
I mean, the devices as well.
I understand.
So, if you're talking about now the new Lightning connectors, totally different from most of the things we've seen.
Yeah, let's touch on that quick.
Or we can finish talking about everything.
Well, let's get into the Lightning connectors.
Okay.
Because that just ticked a bunch of people off, and it sent third-party manufacturers into a frenzy with all
much.
But Lightning basically it's replacing all the old ports that the iPhone used. I assume this is going over to the iPod Nano too, the brand new iPod Nano.
It's looking a lot like a micro USB.
Yeah, it's very similar, at least in size, but this is reversible, which is nice. That's the one nice thing about it. But
USB, the same way USB 3.0 was planning to be reversible too. No, but apparently the next USB is supposed to be reversible, but not yet.
Yeah, I remember that USB was supposed to be.
Supposed to be reversible.
Yeah, that's
the only good thing about it.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
reversible.
Apple wants its proprietary stuff. They don't want to use something that everyone else is using.
Yeah.
They want their own stuff. So they've had their 30-pin connector for forever. They wanted to make their iPhone smaller, so they're like, oh, we have to make our connector smaller because this 30-pin dock in our phone is
which kind of
huge.
surprises me because the way that they're doing it, they're pretending up to a certain extent it is a brand new phone. But I would also say that no, it's pretty much mostly the same phone with upgraded stats and a fancier looking connector.
Yeah.
And a little bit better screen. It's not as impressive as some of the other screens out there. There are still other devices with better screens out there. That's what I was reading that even the One X, they're not necessarily the same screen technology, but they're in terms of resolution, in terms of color, they're still pretty good, and they match up. And in terms of size, they beat the iPhone.
Apple's.
They're showing the brand new Lightning connector right now in the video if you're watching, showing off how it's reversible. It is pretty neat, but I mean the backlog that Apple has, it's just the lack of backwards compatibility is really going to hurt.
Well.
No, they have it backward compatible, not in this way, but they've got connectors.
Adapter for it,
which still kind of sucks.
I mean, if you think about every other phone that's produced in the industry, none of them have set a standard. Third-party companies haven't been able to make a lot of devices or iPod or docks for phones because on every other phone, the connector's in some weird spot on the phone. Not in iPhones and iPods, it's always been on the bottom, it's always been in the middle, it's always been that 30-pin connector.
Too.
And the iPads too. So third-party companies have been able to make a lot of products for that. So there's been a...
But if you think about it, then also they've avoided upgrading the 30-pin connector forever.
They have.
It's been around
since the iPhone.
Yeah.
The iPhone.
So that's the thing. If you expect it, it's almost like it should have come earlier. A lot of people say.
I think it should have.
And that might have actually improved adaptability because people would have expected, something new is going to come out sooner. But if you keep the same thing for so many years and suddenly change it, it's probably more of a shock to people than a...
I think they should have went with a standard, though, like a micro USB or something.
Yeah, that would have helped a lot because a lot of charging would have been easier, too, that way.
Apple's tried to make their own standard a couple times, though.
Or they could have gone with wireless charging.
But how do you transfer stuff, and it'd probably be slow. But back when they did FireWire, that stuck around for a while. That almost caught on more than Thunderbolt has. Thunderbolt
Yeah.
hasn't caught on basically because no one else has adapted it. But like FireWire, you don't see a lot of people using it. But
Well,
in video, like all the UNO video stuff,
It's all FireWire.
it's all
Yeah,
FireWire.
it's not a surprise.
It's
FireWire.
faster than USB 2.0, but not as fast as USB
Right,
3.0.
yeah.
So there's no use.
But USB 3.0, all the new computers have them. They've all
Yeah.
got 3.0 ports, but
got
yeah,
it.
but no peripherals have them. Hardly any. There's some hard drives out there that do. Some
Mhm.
extra hard drives, but that's about it.
That's true, because honestly, I think a lot of these developers, like Western Digital, has a couple of really good ones. I think I've seen theirs, but they've increased in price. But I think the USB 3.0 still performs, like, gives a good chance.
We are watching the machining of the iPhone, how it's actually produced in the factory, which is pretty cool right now. If you're on the live stream, that is
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, that's
they're made
pretty
by little 12-year-old Chinese people.
No, there's no kids working on it. This is weird. Yeah, where are all the
Maybe
kids?
this is just a test model that they're making. Probably the major production happens in China.
Yeah, this is
12-year-old Chinese kids
Yeah.
working on them.
Yeah, one thing I do like is the fact that they got rid of the glass back.
Yeah, a lot of people.
Jonathan Ive talking right now. Sorry.
Didn't it like crack the?
A lot of people, when they dropped it,
Yep.
shatter the back of the phone, and they fixed that by not making it glass anymore.
Yeah.
They made it thinner, a lot thinner.
The screen's also longer, not
It's
wider.
longer.
It's longer, not wider.
Yeah.
So
Which-
it's 4.0 screen, which is 4.0 inch. I don't
Yeah,
know why.
4.0.
I was gonna say 4
4
point something.
4
but
inches.
It's 4 inches.
Yes, 4 inches.
diagonally.
Yeah.
Which is still a lot smaller than
The One
a lot of
X,
Yeah.
Android phones, but
Nexus and all that. Yeah.
almost every phone is upwards of 4.5 nowadays. It's made.
I think the next smallest one is like 4.2, which is still bigger, and that's like the smallest phone on the market apart from the iPhone.
Yeah, and they claim that it's because you need to be able to. It's the perfect
I think it's
height
because
and
of
width because of your hand size, which varies from person to person. But
I feel that it's probably also because of battery life. Like the smaller the screen,
That's true.
the higher the battery life can be. Because if you look at the One X, it's doesn't have a very great battery life even with the larger battery, and that's what I've heard from a lot of people. And the honest truth is that maybe battery life does matter more than screen size, because I don't know how many people watch full length movies. Like there are some people, but I'm like not everybody does. But the battery life does help even then in full length movies.
it's true. And you're not.
And is this a brand new chip, the A6, or
Yeah.
is that?
Well,
that's
it
a
was in the
brand new
iPad 3.
Okay.
But
So-
they're saying the optimizer, like not really optimizer, but they made it work with the battery pretty well, because the iPad's got a bigger battery too, right?
Yeah.
So I think they said that they managed to make it work better with the battery in the iPhone, and it's got like twice the graphics output from the A5, which was what was in 4S, and they've improved it.
Yeah, that's usually what they do. Is they release the iPad and then take the chip from the iPad and put it in the new iPhone.
Yeah, it's not too surprising because the iPad is like a bigger screen. They
Right.
need better performance.
Yeah.
So, but I think maybe that's one thing I find a little bit weird about Apple. Like, do they do that for the iPods too? Like, do they actually put the same chip in the iPods that they have in the iPhones?
Yeah, I think that they do actually, but I'm probably just for the touch, not for the.
Yeah, because well, we can talk about the Nano in a little bit.
Well,
but
we got a screenshot up now of the what
I don't
the.
see it.
Huh?
it's coming up.
Yeah, it's
a
coming
delay.
up.
Oh,
There's
okay.
a delay, man.
Yeah.
It's now. See, they're gonna be like, "What are they talking about?" Of course, it's up. It's up right now.
Yeah, I know.
We got
I'm
everybody
sorry.
confused.
I'm confusing everyone.
No, the Lightning connectors are up on the screen right now.
With
We
the
can see what
backward
they look-
compatible,
yeah,
the
with
connectors.
the connectors.
That's just confusing.
That's what they look like, but I think it's kind of.
That's
I mean,
like a
the
little USB one.
connector itself
Why is
is pretty
there-
sweet, but
Why is there a female 30-pin connector on the very
Yeah.
right side?
I don't. Oh, that's
It's
for the
probably-
old one. The
yeah.
old connectors plug into that, and then this plugs in. Like for the chargers,
Oh, okay.
people who've got old
Makes
chargers.
sense.
And this one's like the USB. I don't know how they would use a USB though. Like with the USB plugs.
that's to go into the
Lightning.
computer.
To the. Oh, into the Macs. What?
Yeah.
Oh, the Macs also have a Lightning connector now.
No, the USB.
There's
the USB.
There's a
end.
different one. Like there's one at the left-hand side bottom, which actually has got a USB back. Like it's got the female and the USB.
Oh yeah, I didn't see that.
So that I find that kind of weird. Is the females at the bottom that's USB and they've got the lightning on top.
That looks like a small
You can't see
USB
it
port.
here.
Is that for like a? Is that for like
Oh
a
yeah.
USB Mini or something?
Maybe no, but that's. I think that they've just scaled the size down on that because you see even the 30-pin connector looks smaller, and how the USB one that they have up there looks bigger than it actually is.
I don't know. Do you have a USB?
No, I don't actually.
Is this drawn to size?
But actually, I do have a USB. But go ahead, keep talking. I'll pull it out.
Yeah. So
Oh my gosh, you guys really can't.
this
talk.
makes this makes for a great podcast.
Well, yeah. So here's the 1.2 size.
Okay.
It
so
is 2 size almost. It's bigger. So yeah, that's probably USB. I'm assuming the lightning connector is the left-hand side bottom, which people
Yeah,
on the live stream
right.
cannot see, by the way, because it's covered up by the
Faces.
Yeah.
by our faces.
Yes.
So no, it's kind of that's works, I guess, but I don't know exactly why they have the USB one in there. I guess it doesn't really matter. And
well, we've got. Do we have anything else that we need to talk about with the new iPhone? Otherwise, we got the launch
Is
stats
it worth
for AT&T.
upgrading?
yeah, because of the
Okay.
4G LTE. We forgot about that.
I mean, if you have a 4S, that means you're probably still.
Still okay?
Well, that means you haven't finished your contract yet.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
Okay,
you're
now-
saying if you're out of contract, upgrade.
No, if you've not
If your,
finished
Okay.
your
your contract
yeah,
is finished and you are due for an upgrade,
then upgrade.
and you like iPhones, I mean, there's a lot of people that just will get an iPhone because it's an iPhone.
Right.
They won't consider anything else
Right.
because it's not an iPhone.
But okay, for the people who are going to consider all the features and stuff, is it worth upgrading from a 4S to?
Well, for the
Well, if you have to
for
pay
the internet users,
full price.
if for the internet users, yes, it is, because the people on Verizon 4G LTE, people on AT&T who've got the new 4G, and the people on Sprint who've got the new 4G, they pretty much could use they've got a new 4G connector for LTE, and I think all the 3 major carriers have LTE now. So it'll be apparently
As spotty as it may be.
10 times, yeah, it'll be probably 10 times faster, apparently, or more than that. It'll be pretty fast compared to the regular 4G or the 3G. So that's the only big advantage for a lot of people
The
who are looking for
only big
upgrade.
advantage.
One of
We
the
just talked about everything.
yeah, but okay, lightning connector, no, I don't see what the big deal with that would be, since it's only for charging. Then apart from that, the
It's
new
not
big
only
screen.
for charging; it's for data transfer also.
Okay, okay.
And you can plug it in easier at night because it's reversible.
Okay, and
If you're half asleep trying to plug in your
Yeah.
iPhone,
okay.
or if
apart
you're
from
Eric
that,
after his 21st birthday.
I know.
Come
Yeah,
on.
that's true. And then, okay, then the bigger screen, it's not that much bigger. It's nicer, but and the processing speed is averagely increased, not substantially. So I don't know.
Jay's really downplaying all of the upgrades.
Okay,
to
okay,
iPhone.
it's nicer, but
Thinner size.
you tell me if you would buy a full price right now.
Full price, $650.
Yes.
No.
No.
Would you get it? Would you try and get it when you're not in contract? Like when you're stuck in a contract and you're not due for an upgrade?
No, I wouldn't. If I was stuck in a contract and I didn't have an upgrade, I'm not willing to pay full price for mini phones.
So that's my point. Like if you're gonna go right now, like for any phone, that's why I'm saying this is not such a phone that you should specifically go out of your way to upgrade.
Right. So if you're on an iPhone 4, I mean, there's obviously a lot of people that are interested in the iPhone.
Okay, well, like one of our roommates, he's got the 4S,
Mhm.
and
Oh,
I
yeah.
asked him if he was going to upgrade to the 5, and he said yes.
Is he on is this contract?
I don't
over?
know.
That makes a difference. I think.
Yeah.
I think his contract might be over.
Mine, like me.
Or-
Okay, tell me if I should upgrade. I've got the Droid X, and I'm out. My contract
Probably.
is I can upgrade anytime.
You should an Android.
Should I stay Android or go to the iPhone 5?
Get the Nexus 7 or what is the new Nexus?
The Nexus
No,
7.
not the 7. The new
You should
Nexus.
get a tablet as your phone. You should
Yeah.
use
That
a
is
7-inch
just-
tablet as your phone.
No.
You should
I do the iPad Mini. That's what I was
no. Get the what do you call it, Galaxy Note if you get like
The Galaxy
small
Note
one.
2.
Yeah, it doesn't.
I want to
seem
see.
to
That's
have
the
that.
thing.
Yeah.
Those 7-inch tablets or phones, whatever they are, they're right in between.
Are you talking about Kindle size? Kindle.
No, the
Kindle
one
Fire
he's-
is 7-inch.
No, like those notes that they're
That's
called.
smaller
the
than
Note,
7.
The Note is not 7 inches.
That's like
It's
5.5.
It's still huge though.
You're right.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
how do you?
That's the point.
I don't like that at all.
Okay, then
I think a
don't get
phone
it.
should
Don't
be.
get
it.
Okay, Eric.
I
get it.
If I could get a flip phone that was smart, I'd do it.
Okay.
A smart flip phone. That's my invention. No one take that. That's mine.
You just let it out.
Well, I mean, the best phones on the market: Galaxy S3, HTC One X, iPhone 5, Lumia.
920.
yeah, see, the
920.
Lumias. I hate talking about phones. I really hate this.
I love phones.
Dude,
Yeah.
yeah. Everybody loves The Verge recently. That's all they've had is phones up.
It's because
Because it's phone season. I don't know how to
It's
explain
always
it.
phone season.
it's always phone season.
No, right now
You're
is the
right.
biggest time. Some of the biggest phones
Yeah, I
have been
mean,
announced.
New operating systems with
8
Windows 8 coming out, or Windows 8 for phones and Windows 8 for
tablets,
everything,
hybrids.
and then iOS 6 coming out, and new iPhones coming out. I mean, of course you're gonna be talking about phones.
Everybody's going to be talking about phones right now.
I'm tired of phones.
Okay. I think about a month and a
'cause-
half ago they were talking all about TVs. Then they were talking all about consoles. Before that, and now this phone season.
They're talking all about tablets during the summer.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
that's
there was a
true.
lot of Okay, well let's iPhone 5.
So what are you gonna get, Eric?
For
What are you gonna
I
get?
have no idea. I'll stay Android. I probably will. I'll get one of the.
Well,
I don't know. I've looked at
If you-
I've
but
looked
if
at
you-
the Windows phones.
if you upgrade now, though, you're going to lose that unlimited,
Yeah, I know. That's the
Yeah,
one thing I like.
and that's
I
going to
just
be
stay
shared
on
data.
stay
Well,
on
how
unlimited
much
until they kick
data
me
do you
off.
actually use?
That's the thing. I could easily go down to 2 gigs.
Yeah, I've never used more than 1 gig.
Yeah. I could. Yeah, because
I
I've
have
been
4,
I've been
but
looking
I-
at that recently because I use it quite a bit and I've never gone over 2 gigs.
Yeah, because I got my phone right when they're doing that deal where if you get an LTE phone, you get 4 gigs of data. So I have 4, and I've never used 1
Yeah.
either.
That's a pretty good deal though. You got 4
Yeah,
gigs.
that's
I
pretty
didn't
good.
really did that.
I mean, I don't use it though, so it doesn't.
Oh, wait for the winter then. The problem. I think they did it last winter. They
well,
might do it
that's
again.
right when they introduced the LTE network though. So they're
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
I don't think that they would.
There's a small chance they've got some good Christmas deals.
I think
and
that the
stuff.
stupidest thing is their packaging now, how they're packaging data, and it's more expensive.
yeah.
They're like,
yeah.
hey, you can share this data, but it's more expensive.
Yeah.
Like, because you have to, not only do you pay for the, let's say you're sharing 2 gigs of data between 3 people or whatever. Not
Oh,
only do you
yeah.
pay for the 2 gigs of data, but you pay for every smartphone that's connected to that too. So
Yeah.
it's not even worth it. What's the point?
I don't know how they think that they're fooling the customers into believing it's cheaper because I think this is blatantly more expensive.
Yeah.
I
This is-
did the math and it was at least.
Is this just Verizon though? Like I think
no,
AT&T is
AT&T
doing
has
as
a
well.
plan also that's share
Wow.
your data. They have commercials and everything.
And now Sprint's doing a good job of like killing them on that.
Unlimited.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. No, the Sprint's doing a good job of actually going after them on that. Like
Yeah.
they're like, yeah, you're not unlimited anymore.
Yeah,
We're gonna tell
well,
you.
Yeah, but
making
everyone's
it worse.
kind of starting to realize they don't need unlimited too. Because like at the beginning, it
That's
was like
true.
everyone had to have unlimited. Everyone was on the unlimited plan, and now it's like
People
I can
who
get
are
away with
smart dealing with their data probably don't need unlimited.
2. Yeah.
I think I've never cared about being unlimited, but I think
The
I
only-
just care about the cost.
the only person that would ever go above the limit is if you're always tethering your computer,
Yeah.
That'd probably be Eric.
which is mostly illegal on most networks.
No, he's got the hotspot.
Well,
activation.
I used to tether it, but then they, gosh, there was, they never
found out.
blocked me, but there was a court thing that said you could allow, it actually allowed tethering because they went to court over it, but it violated some FCC thing.
Yeah.
I'd have to go
I
back and
know
look.
that.
Okay,
Yeah,
how
But
do
now
we,
I just pay for the
how do we
hotspot.
get so off topic?
well,
Because it's phones. That's what
it
phones
happens,
do.
It happens.
Okay,
So-
no.
So which phone are you gonna get?
that's
So which phone are
Oh
you
my
gonna get?
God.
Okay, so I'm either gonna look really hard at a Windows phone, depending
So
on
you're
network,
looking hard at
How
a
do you like
Windows phone
Lumia
means
then?
Nokia Lumia 920.
but
That's
it's-
all you
which
have
would
to
be
look at.
yeah.
That's
All
like
you
the
have to look
best.
at.
And that's
thing
the
there
phone.
for
Yeah,
that.
that's what I mean when I say I'm looking at Windows. That's the phone I'm looking at. Either that or what's the
No, the
Galaxy?
Galaxy S3.
That one, yeah.
But I think the One X is pretty nice too. I don't know. It's like
he's been saying One X. This is like the 4th time he said.
No,
Yeah,
but
no,
that is
it's all
because
1X.
it's like I actually used it for a while, and like compared to the other ones, that for some reason it just feels a little nicer to me.
It's
Personal
gotten
opinion.
a lot of good reviews.
Yeah, personal opinion too there. So I don't know how to say, but like HTC has done a good job of actually creating this phone to go against other big phones.
Motorola came out with its new line of droids too.
And their new Droid Razr, what is it called?
Droid Razr M.
M?
M?
Well, they have the Droid Razr M, and I think the Droid
That's
Razr
it.
M is the replacement for the Max.
I think the Droid Razr M has just more battery life, and that's
Yep.
all they said it does.
That seems. I haven't even paid. I haven't kept close watch on the droids.
I think one thing I'll say though, like in terms of phones, I like looking at the Nokia Lumia 920.
You like looking at it? Have you?
Not just looking at it, I'm talking about like Windows
Is it
8.
is it
because
Droid Razr Max?
M
M.
It's not even coming up.
on what?
Google.
Oh,
Are they calling it the M for short for Max or?
Yeah, I think it's just the Droid Razr M.
yeah, it's called a Max here.
Oh wait, Droid Razr M by Motorola.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, what I'm basically saying is
I mean, I
Windows-
just Googled it and the whole page is Droid
Yeah.
Razr M, so I don't know what you Googled that was so wrong.
do they have it working yet, like the Windows 8 thing where it's compatible between your phone and your desktop or your laptop? Then what do you do on your phone can be mimicked.
Okay,
Like
this is
something-
what I'm gonna do. Not to interrupt, but that looks like a sweet
Okay.
phone.
The Droid
Which one?
Razr M.
Droid Razr M 4G LTE.
It's the same as a Droid Razr though.
Don't get a Motorola phone.
I've had
Yeah.
really good luck with this one.
Don't get
No.
a
You know how
Motorola
much
phone.
this phone has been through, and it's still working.
No,
Don't get a Motorola.
I don't want to.
Why don't I want Motorola?
Yeah, because there's a lot. Try something new.
They're
there's like
lagging
so much
behind.
good
Okay.
stuff.
They're
so
lagging
much
behind.
good stuff out there.
You might as well get the Droid 4.
How? Wait,
Yeah, that's true.
Just
Just
part
part
of-
the Droid 4.
like hardware wise, they're lagging behind, or you mean like?
They're really
Yes,
behind in
and
hardware
their
terms.
stupid skins and everything. So
Yeah. So no, seriously, look at the Lumia 920, iPhone 5.
Look at the
and
reviews.
What else was
Look
it?
at the
The Samsung Galaxy S3.
Yeah,
And
those are
One
basically the three, and then this one.
1X.
You
Just
could try
to-
one
just to
else.
annoy
You didn't even
guys.
know about this one until 2
I
minutes
know.
ago.
Yeah. So please don't, because really, it's actually pretty far.
I don't know. I should look because I don't know what I have to upgrade.
You don't
You
really
don't
ever
have
need to.
Well, yeah, but they're gonna get rid of my unlimited. Yeah.
I don't know if they
They're
can.
dropping the unlimited,
Oh, wow.
even if you were grandfathered in.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're breaking the grandfather clause.
Yep.
Wow, they are. Okay, so then the iPads mini.
No, we got the iPhone.
What else do we have about the iPhone?
It broke AT&T sales records.
Okay, that's good.
That was expected.
Yeah, it's like
More
okay.
and more people are interested in smartphones.
Okay, but it sold out in like 24 hours for pre-orders. Which I guess that was expected too.
Let me put it this way: the Samsung Galaxy S3 also broke its own also broke all of Samsung's records. The HTC One X also broke all of HTC's records.
This is
And
AT&T.
yeah, but
AT&T.
I know. I'm basically saying all these phones. A lot more people are interested in smartphones. A lot more people are buying smartphones. Obviously, the new great smartphone comes out that's been hugely endorsed by one of the best developers of good technology, Apple. Then everybody wants to buy it. So how does that surprise us? What?
What Jay is basically saying is we should not be surprised by this.
Yes, because honestly, it is the big phone that's been expected for a while. I think it's, at least for me, was expected. Apple.
Everyone knew it was coming out.
Yeah, and everybody wanted it because a lot more people wanted it because they're
Anticipation.
getting. Yeah. Okay. So I've
It
switched to a
said-
smartphone, but not that smart. But it's
Okay.
a smartphone.
More than 2 million iPhone 5s were pre-ordered within the first 24 hours. Regardless of not whether that was expected, that's impressive.
It's impressive.
True. I agree. It's impressive, but still expected.
It's more okay. How about this? It's more than
Apple was-
double. It's more than double what the iPhone 4S did.
iPhone 4S wasn't really that great.
It was a minimal upgrade.
Yeah. And,
Yeah,
the,
Siri was their big selling point.
and that also wasn't that impressive, and it actually came out. A lot of people had trouble with this.
I think the upgrade, if you have an iPhone 4, upgrading to an iPhone 5 would be a substantial upgrade.
Yeah.
But not from the 4S to the iPhone.
No,
5.
4S would still be. I think
Well,
4S would also be kind
it's-
of a big upgrade.
And it's also enticing to say, hey, I could get an iPhone 4 for free.
Yeah.
True.
They're not
Okay.
willing to
See,
spend
that's
the
that's
$200.
where I'm saying. Like, you say the 4S had a lot of stuff, but the 4S wasn't that great. And then honestly, it was just an add-on to 4.
Okay, well, so in conclusion, Apple sucks.
Yeah,
Okay.
Eric is contemplating getting the iPhone 5.
iPad Mini. Should we go into that, or you want to do iPod Nano first?
We can talk about iPad Nano first because I've got a little bit more to talk about in the iPad, in the tablet section, 7-inch tablet section. Not too much. I'm going to keep it really short if I can.
Yeah.
Jay's gonna go on a rant.
Yeah. Okay. Before we get to his rant,
Midori rant.
let's
Yeah.
go. Let's go with the iPod Nano. This completely changed. This is the most substantial change, I think.
Yeah, that's true.
Just in terms of raw design, because
Well, in terms of
But
everything.
it just changed back to what it was before.
Yeah, pretty much.
that's
to me.
Yeah. Okay.
To me, that's what it looks
But
like.
I think I was.
Except it's got a touchscreen this time.
Yeah, I was expecting them to continue on with the little squares.
Who even buys iPod Nanos?
No, I'm saying the reason they
Pretty
bought
popular.
iPad Nanos could have gotten, like, okay, you saw how, did you see
Why not buy an
Pete's?
iPod Touch?
Did you see Pete's little
Yeah,
watch?
he wears it as a watch, and a lot of people do that. He loves it because you can
Yeah.
use it for working out and stuff, and it works really good. Plus, you can have it. It's pretty
And
cool.
it's amazing. Now they've got
I read an entire, like, a huge article about how Apple missed its calling when
Yeah.
not making a smartwatch
Yeah.
with this. And I mean, at $150, you can spend $50 more and get a iPod Touch, which has
Yeah,
It's much
that's,
better.
10 times better.
That's
than
what I'm
iPod
saying.
Nano.
This I
10
don't
times
think
better.
is going to sell all that great.
If they would have made a smart watch, though,
Exactly.
they would have sold.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Blown
I was
away.
surprised when they did that. I would have thought they would have advanced the iPod Nano as more of a watch type.
With
of-
that size,
That's
it
what
would
they
have been
should have done.
perfect.
That's what they
Yeah.
should have done.
I think that's a major, like, because they could have pushed it into something even better. Like, they could have improved that. That could have become the big thing. But no, they missed it.
Yeah, there's a big market right now for smartwatches. With Nike kind of started it with their Smart Band or whatever, and then
Yeah.
there's been a lot that's going on in the smart watch
Because they even had
because
that
you
little,
wear your
They had the
technology.
bigger one with the iPod Touches with that little arm strap, and that was not really a watch. People wanted something much more portable, which makes sense.
I mean, this you don't even have to. I mean, you wear it all the time. It's like it's
Exactly.
always there.
Yeah, and there's a big market for it, and they kind of just dropped the ball on that. So
They pushed. I don't know how they. That's kind of disappointing. I would have actually liked that.
It's
Could've
because
been-
Steve Jobs isn't heading them up anymore. Had Steve Jobs still been here today, we would have a smartwatch from
Smartwatch
Apple.
line, yeah.
Yep. That's why.
It might have been.
Declaration by Eric.
Yeah.
Eric
Steve Jobs
knows.
is dead though.
Yep. And Apple
Thank
sucks.
you,
That's
Jay.
why they. Back to our Apple bashing. Apple sucks. They missed their calling here. Their
I
iPod Nano.
almost want to see somebody else actually pick it up and make something big out of it because it would be a good line to see come out.
Yeah, I mean it'd have to be done pretty. Apple had just with the iPod Nano that little square. That was pretty much
that
enough.
was good. Yeah, that was really good actually.
And that's not what the original design was. That kind of came after when third-party manufacturers started making those watch bands. I don't know if Apple originally had one of those, or was that
No.
that was developed out of third party. So
Yeah.
that kind of Apple
they could
should
have bought that company.
Apple
over
should have
it.
jumped on that.
Yeah. And think about it this way: when you have a watch strap like that, you could actually like have a slightly bigger added battery or something within that, or I don't know. There go a whole bunch of stuff you could do with it, but no, they didn't.
Gosh, Apple, you suck.
And there's supposed to be like an app market that could have gone with it too, and that would have changed a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah, if you had a customized app market.
And that would have
just
been
for
a
that.
brand new app market for people to get into, like a lot more money coming out of that. So, but no, Apple missed it.
Looking at the gallery of the brand new iPod Nano right now.
They just have a lot of
it's-
colors.
Yeah, it's just
Showing off the
yeah,
colors.
great.
I mean, honestly, it looks cool. It's neat.
Okay, but why wouldn't you just spend
Exactly.
$50 more
Yep.
for an iPod Touch?
Yep. I said it looks cool. I didn't say I was going to buy
An iPod
one.
Touch is basically an iPhone without phone.
Yes, that's true. That's very
Without,
true.
you can't call people.
Yeah,
can
but
still
you could
message people.
do what do you call it,
iMessage.
VoIP and
That's true.
Skype or something called
Google
Voice, yeah.
Google Voice, or you could also do the FaceTime, which would be just as good.
So there we go. It's basically an iPhone. It's an
Pretty
iPhone.
much. So,
If you get one of those little 3G cradles for it, it's because it's a literal iPhone. They've got some companies still have those, I think.
iPod Nano refresh looks cool. Apple missed the ball. It sucks. It's not going to sell.
Yep.
What do we got next? The iPad. We
the
got
Midori
Midori rant. This is our segment.
Let
we need a
me
bumper.
make it really quick. iPad Mini is just
a rumor.
a rumor right now, but Kindle Fire HD looks good, works fairly good. Software sucks. They say it's like a lot of it. They try to rebuild their own software by getting their people to build it. No, they didn't do a good job, but they still make it look good. It still has some of the best content out there with movies and stuff. Nexus 7, not really heard much about it, not really seen it very much, so I can't really get into that unless one of you guys has any more.
Haven't looked
That's
at
Jelly Bean.
it. Okay. Jelly Bean.
Jelly Bean's good.
Yeah, I don't know anyone that has it.
No,
They
me
should.
neither. Yeah.
I would have it if I had a tablet. It's only $200.
Yeah. So
Continue, Midori.
the cheapest 7-inch tablet is Amazon's and works pretty good. Good
What is
content.
it? How much is it? 200, right?
$200.
So is the Nexus 7.
Yeah, but they've got the content to go behind it. Like if you pair it up with Amazon Prime, it's really good.
Were we looking at the Kindle HD?
The Kindle Fire HD. They have this.
It looks pretty sleek.
Kindle Fire HD and then the Kindle Fire HD 10.1.
It's
10.
though it's still like behind the iPad, the old like iPad. What is it? iPad 2 came out recently, which is the last iPad that came out?
The new iPad, the third one.
Third one.
Third
Sorry,
generation.
yeah, third gen iPad was. It's still less in terms of speed, in terms of graphics, just a little less than the iPad 3.
I don't think. Yeah. Okay.
So the Kindle Fire
A lot
HD.
less in graphics.
Yeah, it's still a little bit back there, but
I mean,
think,
it's less. It's 40% of the price. So
yeah, and the biggest market comes
16
out with the Amazon Prime pairing.
that's true.
Right. The Kindle Fire HD,
Which
16
is
gig is $200. The
$7
32,
here.
the 32 gig is $249.
And the biggest disappointment, no 3G, for
What?
a lot of people.
When was this announced?
Which one?
The Kindle Fire HD.
About
2 weeks ago.
Okay.
You're
Okay, so
behind
that's
the- you're behind
basically.
the ball. You missed the
I
ball,
don't-
dropped the ball on you.
Yeah, you didn't pick it up again.
So this, I don't know. I forgot what I was gonna say. This is the most recent thing, basically for tablets that we've got.
7-inch. Yeah.
7-inch tablets. Okay. So let's just make this clear. Then the iPad Mini that everyone's been talking about is still a rumor.
But
Nothing was said at the keynote about that.
But there was a lot of people are saying with the accuracy of the leaks for the iPhone 5, the accuracy of the leaks for the iPad Mini might be just as good.
Well, and just this
You
morning.
know how much the iPad Mini is going to be? It's going to be like $350.
Actually, it's been. I think the
300.
rumor is 300 on that.
I mean, that would make sense.
Yeah, because
But if it's 300, then why would you? I mean, that's the iPod Touch. 350.
I just wish
Because evidently some people like that mid-size in there. That they can't quite.
Well,
they
it's
can't
for
quite use.
kids.
If
They-
it's
for
if
kids.
it's not as big as a
Dude.
iPad and it's not as small as a
Phone.
iPhone or iPod Touch, then it should be in the middle. Because the iPad 2 is 400, iPod Touch 300,
I just-
iPad Mini 350. That's what I'm calling.
Okay,
right
so let me say it this way: the new size is definitely going to be for kids, and the new price will work
now.
for your kids.
Why is it
No,
for
not
kids?
for kids. Not
Because
for kids.
the
and that's-
kids use the iPad.
Let's say the parents want to buy the kids something for their like Christmas, birthday. Then what would they go? Would they buy them a $650 iPad 3, or would they buy them a
It's
$300?
It's $500. It's $500 for the iPad 3.
Okay, still no one's buying that.
$500 versus $300.
350.
$350 versus $350. Okay, let's versus $350.
Okay, neither. They'll get him the iPod Touch.
Yes.
No, but then if the kid wants something
Now they'll
bigger,
get him a shuffle.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying a 10-year-old. I'm talking like somebody who just got into high school or something. Like it'll be a lot more prevalent in that scene, I guess, because this price is lower than most of Apple's previous price in this scene.
Nexus 7.
I just don't get. I mean,
yeah,
if you don't
Kindle
have
Fire
any,
HD.
if you don't have any other product, okay, fine. You want a 7-inch. What is it? 7-inch tablet.
7-inch tablet.
Fine, get this. But if you have an iPhone or a smartphone and you have, say, a tablet or you have a laptop, why are you getting this?
You're not. You shouldn't. Otherwise, you'd look bad. Well, I don't know. That'd be pretty.
A lot of people are going to buy it, no matter what.
Yes, that's true.
You can't put a keyboard on it. You can't use it as a full-fledged laptop. You can't fit it in. You can't fit it in your pocket.
You probably could put a keyboard on
fit it in
it.
a
Plus,
big
you could
pocket.
put it in your laptop bag with your other laptop, or you could put it in your the handbags the ladies carry. That one.
You're gonna yeah, fine. You're not gonna fit a 7-inch tablet in your pocket.
Nope.
You could.
Unless it's your
pocket.
jacket. Yeah. Unless you got a jacket too, so maybe.
I don't know. There's
some
a
uses.
lot of
to
people
it.
swear by tablets. Personally, I don't. But I guess I've never owned a tablet. I've used an iPad for a few weeks.
Oh,
But
I'm saying okay. I get. Yeah, you did. You rented it from the library, didn't you? That was pretty nice. On the other hand, I think for some reason I feel like the Amazon HD, the Kindle Fire HD, is going to be the people who travel a lot, so they can watch movies on it or something. And the iPad is going to be for all the kids who want, or not the kids, the teenagers who want to be trendy. Let's see, the people
Jay
who want
thinks
to.
this is really for kids.
No, not for kids. I'm saying
Apple
okay for
kids.
Marketing
for college students who also want to be trendy but don't want to carry huge iPads. This might be good. It might be for that.
Yeah, I think
Okay, how about for businessmen, because they always used to have the PDAs back in the day.
They'll
Are
probably
they gonna pick this up then?
probably
the Note.
the Note.
The Note,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's true.
No, just
That's-
kidding. There's a lot of pens for the iPad, so you can use.
I think
You
a
can
lot
use a
more.
stylus.
Yeah, I think a lot more people already have the iPad. A lot of businessmen already have the iPad.
Yeah.
I wonder why they'd buy the iPad Mini. That's actually a very good question.
We're just trying to find the market, but there is one. But
It's funny because we're
we
trying to
just
find the
don't know.
market within Apple products, because all these Apple products are competing
already
against
taking,
themselves.
yeah.
Which usually is what Apple tries to avoid, but
I think they've done a good job of mixing it up this time, though, because a lot of people have the iPhone and a lot of people have the iPad to go with it, which always
True.
confuses me.
and then they have a Mac.
Yes. I'm like, what's going on here?
There's always going to be the diehard Apple fan who has every single one of these products,
But why would they even have an iPad Mini then?
just because they can.
Okay, I can see somebody.
If you're deciding, I mean, it's good for someone who doesn't have an
Anything,
iPad,
yeah.
someone who wants a tablet but doesn't have an iPad already, then maybe you
Or an
consider the
iPhone.
iPad
If you
mini.
have an iPhone, it's almost the same size, though.
It's not almost the same size.
Okay,
It's
that is
quite
true.
a bit bigger.
But why? Why would you spend? Well, iPhones in terms of phones, they're on contract, so you can get them for cheaper on contracts. This would probably be cheap tablet. This would be the cheap grade iPad tablet for people who are getting into that, as Jake says.
Yeah. You could go for $200 and get a.
Kindle Fire HD, or you can go a little bit more than 200 and get that. Yeah.
Okay, but the big news here, coming back to finish us up, is that a lot of people thought this was going to be announced at the keynote. It wasn't. It's
I
still a
didn't think
rumor.
it was going to be.
Yeah, even I didn't think actually.
Why would they? They don't want to ruin their iPod or iPhone announcement with a.
Yeah. So when do we think this is going to be? Before we get into a possible release date for this morning, Gizmodo reported on and take it with a grain of salt coming from Gizmodo, but they've got pictures up here from a Chinese site called Bolapad that posted photos that claim to be exclusive shots of the iPad Mini.
Let me see these.
Yeah, they're up on the live stream now. It's links in the show notes.
That's ugly.
I believe.
That's freaking ugly.
Let's see. Well, they say that knowing the accuracy of the iPhone 5 leaks and the increased number of photos of the 7.8-inch iPad parts,
I
they're
think
all
this-
coming from the same source.
This might be more of a myth.
7.8.
7.8?
I know. See, Jay thinks
weird.
it's more of a myth, but
No, because this for some reason looks really close to the Kindle Fire HD.
these guys have. They were right with the iPhone. It's not their first
I
leak.
mean, a lot of people were right with the iPhone. Everyone knew what the iPhone was going to be before it came out.
See, this is what I mean. Okay, look at that.
You think
Look at
Amazon's
that.
going to sue them?
Look at that. Looks pretty similar, but not as much. Okay, look at this, Herc. This is what I mean.
This is not making for good podcast right now.
This and this, and then you go to the iPad.
Hey,
Okay, but
don't
where-
bump
that's-
the mic.
That's a Kindle
I
Fire.
don't want the mic.
Sorry.
Okay, so yes, their tablets are going to look the same. They're the same
Yeah.
size. They're going to look the same.
Okay, I accept. This might
So
be.
that means that Amazon should sue Apple for $1 billion.
$1 billion. Yes, that's about right. And take all the money.
Apple will counter sue and Amazon will pay in nickels.
How will they? What grounds?
What's crazy to me is that the Kindle Fire is Android based, but it's so
not
far from Android that it's just not even Android.
That's
anymore.
That's why I said it's such a disappointment. The software, if they'd kept Android, and
well, they wanted to use their store, and then
they could have put their store in
an entire system around
Did you know they said that Google said that they'd help modify it like Jelly Bean, not for a store, they'd help make apps like a lot more better for their store, but no, they're like, oh no, we want to make it ourselves. But oh well, okay, now the next couple of things.
Well, did you want to go, or do you want to, because we're coming up close to an hour, so you want to just close it off with the Apple stuff?
Let's make it quick. Okay, now this six strike system on ISPs. If you pirate,
I'm just thinking about content, making this professional. We could wrap it up with that. No, go ahead.
Okay, just some miscellaneous stuff.
Only show.
Yeah, that just feels
unless we bash on it completely.
Call the Apple
that's true.
Instead.
Okay, so a couple of miscellaneous things we want to come up on is now.
This is actually out of an Australian news site. But
this is in Australia right now, but they're planning to I heard that this might be an implementation worldwide with ISPs.
Yeah.
6 strike policy with pirating and torrenting and a couple other things coming in there, including if you do 6 strikes and the ISP that you're with can decide to kick you out. It can decide.
Once you get 6 strikes, they could be like, you're fine.
Do they tell you how many strikes you have?
Probably. Yeah, you can basically record. Like they probably sent you.
They send you
double the 3 strike policy for like drugs, alcohol, and guns, and not alcohol, drugs, guns, and something else. I don't know. What is that 3 strike policy?
Murders.
Like if you do any one of the,
you get 3 murders before you.
No, not murders. I think it's just assault or something. Like 3 assault charges, then you get sent to jail for a certain amount of time. It's like
it's
the 3
baseball. It's baseball.
Yeah. That's what you. Baseball. That's
no.
what it is. 3 strikes. Okay.
No. There's a difference.
Why 6? Why not 3 then?
It's twice the amount basically. Like they think the internet should be more lenient. I guess that's why.
Okay.
So I don't know. There's got to be something.
So how do they know? How do they?
Okay, so every time your ISP catches you doing something bad, they're gonna send you.
Catch you?
I don't know.
They can pretty much record anything you're doing.
Yeah, I mean, they've got logs.
Anything you can do, you're doing.
So if you're downloading a large file, they're gonna be like, "That's 1 strike."
I guess really it would only.
You haven't heard, do you? Like a lot of criminal, a lot of the criminals in terms of the child pornography and stuff actually get caught and reported because of the ISPs. They're the ones who basically say we've seen these files going through and reported to law enforcement agencies. That's how law enforcement.
Well, it's probably big files, a lot of big files to begin with that draws their attention. They start looking at what's actually being downloaded or uploaded.
I think it's a lot more the uploads. That's why the upload speeds tend to be lower now, because they don't want people uploading large amounts of
hour-long podcasts.
Yeah, maybe. It's also I think a lot of places the upload speeds have gone down and the download speeds have improved.
This sounds pretty shady.
Yeah.
1 strike.
1 strike, you're out.
It looks like they're recording in a closet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's that. Then the next one is, what is this? Photokina? I can't really pronounce that.
Oh, you're already on to the next news. Oh, no, I just wanted to touch on this. Photokina, it's a really big camera conference out actually in Germany at, I don't know if it looks like the word Cologne. Is that an actual city in Germany? Must be. It runs today through the 23rd. Basically, you've got your big manufacturers, Canon's out there, Nikon, Sony, and Leica.
So when are you flying out there?
I'm going tomorrow. Actually, tonight, later. No.
After you...
after my birthday party.
After he plugs in his iPhone. After he
in the dark.
Figures out how to plug in his iPhone, he's going to take off for the conference.
Reversible, so it shouldn't take long.
Well, I don't know. Okay.
But we should have some more camera news coming out. I know Canon announced a new 6D model, which can't really decide if it wants to be a professional or an amateur photographer camera.
How expensive is it? That'll define.
That is about 2,000,
so
1,500 to 2,000.
Well, yeah.
But there'll be a lot. I know Leica, it's just the first day, and Leica's already got a whole list of stuff that they've unveiled. So a lot of new photo tech stuff coming out at that conference, and
there's also some stuff you can pick up next week over other companies. Like a good, I think, preview of next week's show will be something like
coming up on Tier 3.
Sony's phone market and stuff. I think they've been talking a lot about what Sony's phone future might be. along with a couple other companies. Samsung is pretty good right now. Nokia is pretty good right now, but Motorola is old right now. And there are a couple other companies that are doing whatever they need to, including Apple. But
I saw some Sharp commercials.
so yeah, they're
Not phone.
yeah,
But TV.
no,
Because we were talking about the demise of Sharp last week.
Yeah, so there's a lot of there'll be a couple of interesting things to pick up next week as well, I guess. And the last thing we can finish up on is video games. Halo 4 pre-order bonuses are already being stated for UK. The game comes out in what, 2 months? In November?
I have no idea.
It comes out in November.
Okay.
So yeah, so
Apparently, people already
sell it already. So it's
Sorry about that. There's gonna be some sound noise.
yeah.
What were you doing?
I plugged in something.
Okay. To make
So-
us quieter, so we don't.
So yeah, so you can quiet me down, I guess.
Yeah, Halo 3 was a long time ago, so this is a
6
long time
years ago
coming.
almost, wasn't it?
Well, Halo Reach.
Let's look it up.
When was Halo Reach?
Let me
That was
see.
like
I don't
at least
even
2
remember.
years ago, right?
I haven't played any of the Halo games.
Halo 3 release 2007, 5 years ago. And let's see, Reach release.
Seems like it's been around forever.
Halo Reach has been 2010, so it's been 2 years, almost 3, I think now.
Which is crazy considering how fast Call of Duty games come out.
And yeah, but this is actually they're saying there's going to be a lot the developers are saying it's going to be a lot like Halo 3 in the sense you've got the traditional elements, but it's going to have such a big difference in terms of everything else. Like
Graphics.
there are going to be traditional elements in terms of certain gameplay factors, but there will be so much new stuff to do. I haven't heard much about the online play. I think they're kind of keeping that under the rug or something because I don't know if it's going to be the same as the story. Like, you know how in Halo 3 and Halo Reach, the multiplayer was so much like the storyline. I'm not sure. I don't think it's going to be the same way. They're saying they might actually have it totally different. So, but they do have a lot of new elements coming out, and this should be a quality game to play. Is what I say. I'm looking forward to it.
So you're gonna get this along with your Guild Wars and your
Yeah, but I'm gonna take it
playing.
easy on the other games when I'm playing this. After I'm done playing this, and I might go back. I don't know. I'm kind of moving
Jay
away
doesn't
from
do
games.
schoolwork.
I don't. It's surprising. This
He's a
semester I'm
CS
kind
major,
of.
that's why.
Actually, it's almost true because this semester we got pretty nice classes. Next semester is going to be terrible.
It's gonna be like a low end computer engineering semester.
Next semester?
Yeah, you're hard.
In terms of homework, but in terms of actual stuff I'm doing is going to be really high level. It's going to be AI stuff and all that, different programming languages. So don't worry, I've got stuff to do. But in terms of actual homework, it might not be as bad. Hopefully, I'm hoping.
All right, guys.
Okay.
That's it.
You already can't cut
Eric's
me
cut
out.
us off.
Yeah, we're off the air. We've been off the air for the last 5 minutes. No, we'll be back next week with Tier 3, Tuesday at 7 o'clock. Stay tuned for all that crap we just mentioned.
Including Eric's after birthday pictures.
Oh, yeah. That should be on the live stream next week.
That'll be great. Anyway, KBNO 90.7 H-2 MAV Radio, Omaha's only true college radio station. We got guys walking by the window looking at me. All right. We will see you guys later. Thanks for tuning in.
Okay.